Hey guys, Rob Mitchell here. Today I'm going to do a little mini webinar in this series on day trading pro trader rocket secrets in smart trade markers. So we've shown the rocket before. Steve's shown the rocket many times. They've been using this pattern under that name for years. So, but I wanted to also show you kind of like behind the scenes how we use trade markers. This is by no means intended to be a comprehensive look at trade markers or the rocket pattern, but I think that you'll enjoy seeing these in action and the way that we use this to establish baseline statistics. Baseline statistics. Pro Trader Series, Rocket and Smart Trade Markers. Differences that make a difference, yeah. First off, past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. There's a risk of loss trading futures. Don't use the grocery money for trading. So the methods I show you in these videos are intended to show you various ways you could establish components to a successful day trading system or strategy with any tool set. You could also use these concepts as a standalone. It's really up to you. The way that I teach these things, it's modular. You can mix them and match them any way you want in a way that is what you see. And I've done videos on that in the series as well. So for these examples, we're going to use tools that we know. And I'm going to just actually be using the chart from the trading room. And that have known proven historical results. And we're going to use trade markers to do that, right? So when we do these videos, or when I do these videos, I'm basically showing you or telling you where to look, to see a pattern. If you might not see that pattern right now, you might see it later. I could convince you that you're seeing it. There's a lot more to trading successfully than being able to see a pattern, and that's important. And I teach that in the trading room daily. So specific settings are not necessarily important for this particular video. That shouldn't really matter that much. So your personal exploration of the concepts is encouraged, and may lead to benefit if you do. And I really mean that. I should underline that a few times, right? That's the idea behind these videos, is to get you in a mode of discovery where you can see what's possible, and you can see how you could use it, because once you see it, you can do it. Or at least you're well on your way to doing that. So today I'm going to show you a pattern called a rocket. It happens when a pressure bar on the Trapped Trader Oscillator Advanced is going large counter to the trend immediately before a reversal. We'll look at that in a minute. You're going to see it sticking out. It looks like a rocket. So you can take the first occurrence. These are generally going to happen on reversal bars, so you could do it on every reversal bar if you get them on every reversal bar, and sometimes you will. Patterns like this are discussed in the trading rooms, and they should work in any reasonably volatile market. Usually Steve does these on the ES, so I decided, okay, well, I'll do it on crude oil. Crude oil. So it's just a simple pattern. There's all kinds of themes and variations you could do on it. When you combine other patterns with it, you might get probability stacking, and that's where the chances of success are theoretically increased by combining uncorrelated high probability patterns. So we're going to use trade markers here in a minute. This is basically what it looks like. You see, I drew in yellow here the rocket. You got this thing sticking up, and then you got this V is like the, what do you call it, the fins on the rocket, right? So I marked some of these out here. Look for pressure encompassing in a V. So here's the V, and there's the rocket. And the trade for that would be going down. Would be going down. Here's it sticking out the top. It's going down. You could decide that you'd only take these for, if you want to talk about themes and variations. You could look at these. I'm only going to take them where they're really sticking out. You could if you wanted to. Here's one right here. Is this a rocket right here? No, it's not a rocket. That'd look like this, right? Oh, wait a minute, where we go? Oh, I can't move that. I can't move that. This is a screenshot. So is that a rocket? No, that's not a rocket. That'd be like take that yellow and move it to the left a little bit. That'd be a pretty funny looking rocket, right? So the rocket's got a V on it. It's okay if the V's a little bit like that. Yeah. And we'll do these with the trend. Yeah. The trend will use a smart price band. That's the red one. It turns cyan when it's going up. It's cyan right there. Yeah. Super simple. Super simple. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do this. Let me see if I can remember how to do it. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop this slideshow by hitting escape here. And this is just the trading room. Yeah, this is what trading room chart looks like. Yeah. And so I'm just going to mark these out. See, but cut the smart price band right here. It actually turns red right there. You have a rocket right there. Yeah, rocket right there. First thing this morning. I'd already marked some of these earlier. So those will be part of it. There's a little rocket right there. It's a little one. Yeah. Is that a rocket? No, didn't quite make it. Didn't quite make it. That's actually another pattern. That's another pattern. We might have done that pattern in one of the videos. I'll have to check. If not, I'll do a video on that in the future. We get one here? No, we didn't get one here. Is that a rocket right there? No, it's to the left, right? But that's a real nice rocket right there. Yeah. 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 Oh, could have sold that. That's a little mini one. That's what I said. The big ones will be better. Yeah. Smart price band turns cyan right there, so I'm actually looking to go up. Oops. Looking to go up. See, I'm using the speed keys on Smart TradeMarkers. I could also mark them. I could go, oh, I want to buy. I could click the B right there on TradeMarkers. And I got it sticking out the bottom right there. There's a nice little rocket right there. I was going higher with the smart price band of cyan. Yeah. Yeah. How about this one? Yeah. That's a rocket where the V is not touching the rocket. Now I do those anyways. I'm not sure if Steve and the guys over there do those. I'm not sure. Yeah. Not sure. And the smart price band turns red right there. I could do it this way, but I like to use the speed keys. It's just a lot easier. Yeah, a lot easier. There's no rocket here. And then we pick up a rocket here. Little mini rocket right there. That one really is, but it's not sticking out, so I won't mark it. Yeah, it's not sticking out, so I won't mark it. The smart price band turns red right there. Get a real nice rocket right there. Like I said, you could pick or choose if you wanted to just do the big ones. Yeah, or the big ones. Is this a rocket? No, not a rocket. Yeah, this kind of stuff can get you into trouble. We teach in the room how to not get caught up in this kind of stuff. But if they're, if the pattern's here, I'm gonna mark them. That's going through. But the smart price band hadn't changed yet, so I won't do that. Yeah, I would do that. That's actually when it's through it, it's be okay to trade it. Yeah. And then we start picking them up back over here again. Yeah, smart price band cyan, rocket. Yeah, rocket. Yeah, rocket. Rocket. Is that a rocket? It's kind of. But it's not clearly sticking out the bottom, so I won't mark them. Like I said, there's all kinds of themes and variations you can do on this. There's a smart price band turn red right there. No, this is not a rocket. Yeah, it's still red. And there's a rocket going up. Didn't quite get one going down there. Yeah. And then this one, it's not quite one there. And I'm picking these up over here. Yeah. So there's a couple of different ways that we can work with that. So we've got our basic rocket trade marker report. Yeah, and this is really kind of what I wanted to show you, because we know the rocket. Yeah, but if you're new to the rocket, that's great. So you know the new pattern, right? And you also know, I showed you one theme or variation on it. You do it with a trend, and then you can also choose it based on the magnitude of it. Yeah, little rockets, big rockets. Yeah. I did this over 2 days, and I just wanted to take you on a little tour here. Okay, now I could name these signals. I could call it, rocket, RKT, if I wanted to. Yeah, I'm taking profits at 5, 10, and 15 ticks. I could mess around with those if I wanted to, and kind of hone in on what's better. Yeah, hone in on what's better. I've changed my stop loss a little bit. I could do break-even stops, trailing stops, EMA stops. I can flatten at the end of the day or wherever I want to. Yeah, this is designed. This section is designed to work exactly like a NinjaTrader ATM. Yeah. So it's easy to just take this and convert right into your ATM in NinjaTrader. Yeah. So I could put a break-even stop on there, for example. Well, it cuts the profit a lot to do that. Yeah. I could start running a 10-tick trail. Yeah. Makes it a little bit less. Yeah. Yeah. So then I can go over and I can actually look at the individual trades. Here, I'll show you something that's kind of cool. See, this is like this one, that was just a total loser. Well, I could double click this and it'll just move the chart right to it. Now, I'd mentioned earlier, we actually wouldn't have fired that. That was the low of the day, and it was on a long leg, and we just don't do that. Yeah, but that I mark it anyways. Yeah. If I want to go see, another one that's a full out loser, just double click it and bam, I'm there. So I can go through and start studying these. Yeah. I'll go through and just start studying them. Yeah. Tells me how many minutes I'm in these trades, which to me is to us in our trading room is a big thing. We like to get these things down to nothing. Yeah. Very small, I can also look at the group trades. I can look at the aggregate stats. That tells me what my overall win percentage is. I actually have that from over here. Yeah, but this gets it down into some details and things. I can see win-loss ratios and things like that. Yeah, the average time in market was about 8 minutes overall. Yeah. Tells me my favorable excursion, my adverse excursion, etc. Yeah, I'm getting as much as 185 or so on average on both long and short on about 8 ticks of adverse excursion. Yeah. And give me my win-loss ratios and everything. I can go over to, I can break this out by day. Yeah. So yesterday, both these ran about 77, 78%. That's something that you'd probably want to see. Yeah, it's something you'd probably want to see. I could also break this out by, half hour of the day if I wanted to. Oh, well, it looks like it's a little bit more profitable earlier in the day, things like that. Yeah. Etc. All different ways of looking at it here. Oh, we've got some advanced options. I don't have one on the chart right now, but if I did, it would show me if I had Bloodhound on the chart right now, and it had some stripes on it. If you use Bloodhound, if not, Bloodhound is they're our partner, Shark Indicators. Yeah. And I can just take my entries from Bloodhound and I can just add them right in here. I can also do the exits. I can also set the thresholds, and so I can go in and kind of like discover where and how to make a system better by doing that. Yeah, that's a broad topic that we could cover in another webinar maybe one day. I can also set which hours it would be allowed to trade. Like we already know that if I cut off at the end of the day based on these couple of days, that this particular strategy would do a little bit better. Yeah. So if I started, say, 6 a.m. and ended at 10:30. You know, I could recalculate, and I would expect that to do a little bit better. Yeah. Why? Because when we looked at the aggregate, when we looked at the the periods, I could see that it didn't do so as well at or around the end of the day. Now I've filtered those out, so I can filter out different times of the day and really isolate different scenarios and see that, oh, well, around 9 a.m., trades happen pretty quick in there. And after 8:30, the trades can get kind of slow. 10 o'clock. That would not be unexpected. Usually the market, this market, crude oil makes moves between 6 and 8, and then it takes a break and usually does a little better in the afternoon, but this is only 2 days. You could load a lot of data into these. You could look at the short side, the long side, individual trades. Then there's this one over here. I can actually save this, and I can reload it later. Another thing that's cool about this, let's say that I wanted to save this and I wanted to send it to another trading room member or something like that. I could save it and send them the file, and it doesn't matter where they are on the planet, it will set it up right on the other end. So if they have the same bars and whatnot. And so this is really great tool for doing collaboration. I can decide to load trade markers only, or I can load trade markers in the settings and go back over the summary tab. So this is just kind of a quick view on that. Quick view on that, and doing the rocket. So a little tour of trade markers here. I could go in and vary these and try to hone in on what's the best result with them. Trade markers had been a amazing jump for us as a both as a trading room and the advancement of our trading technologies over the years that we've been doing this. Just a huge advancement, because it let us see really the nitty-gritty down into the details of what we were doing. So could this be a standalone system? It could. The rocket pattern, we've been doing this for a long time. I reached out to Steve the other day and I said, I want to make sure that I'm identifying it exactly the way that you also teach it, because I didn't want to be confusion there. And he goes, yeah, that's it. He goes, that's like my main go-to. Doesn't mean there's not other things that are taken into consideration, but the rocket pattern is very viable. And if you combine it with a couple other things, you can get these performance stats to improve. Probability stacking and etc. So usually for me, since I'm the guy that came up with a lot of this stuff, right? So I know like a bajillion of these patterns in my head. In fact, we were discussing in the trading room today, if you know a bajillion patterns, you have to manage that. Because you can't trade 40 of them at the same time. So you decide, which ones you're trading, and you go with those. Which isn't a big problem, but it's good. It's a good thing for you to know as well as we do these videos. You pick what you're trading at any given time, and in time you'll also learn what's too much and what's too little. There's a concept that we use called optimal engagement, when you are when it's taking just the right amount of your attention for you to perform optimally. Because if it's not giving you any action, you get too bored and you start drifting. And if it's going too fast, that might not be good either. Like, oh, I don't want to take 450 trades a day. Well, that's probably a good idea. So you find the optimal engagement, and when you do that, You also know when you might be in overload, which is an important thing for traders to know how to do. So, but for me, most of the time, I'm using trade markers to establish a baseline result. And when I say trade markers was a really big game changer for us, that's what I mean. When we started getting baseline results on known proven pattern, known proven patterns, that results in follow through. Because then what happens is you get 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes as many as 7 of them all lining up at the same time, even more. So it's the pattern that matters. And there's all kinds of themes and variations of them that you can explore, and trade markers is an incredible tool for doing that. So if you take the concepts that I'm showing you in these videos and explore them for your own trading, you'll find patterns that make sense to you and that can work for you, and you end up making it your own. And when you do that, nobody can take it away from you. You own it. So that being said, various other permutations of these concepts can also be made into standalone day trading systems, standalone day trading strategies. And the possibilities are endless. Do I tell you that because I want you to find endless possibilities that work? Not necessarily. However, I do wish for you to have choices. Have choices, you can be successful. That's the difference between people who are successful and not, is that usually successful people see a wide range of choices, and then they try to make the best choices based on the information that they have available at the time. Well, that's what trading's about, having choices. So super important. These are kinds of concepts we cover in a trading room. I've done a whole bunch of other recent videos in this series that are other things that you can combine with these kinds of concepts. So hopefully you'll enjoy those. And if you're serious about learning trading and taking it to a higher level, join with the trading room. Trading room is a exploration into trading and beyond. So I think this slide wasn't really, I forgot that there. So if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. Indicatorsmart.com are the indicators that we use. What indicators did we use today? We used the Trapped Trader Oscillator, and we used the Smart Super Renko, and we used the Smart Price Band. Those 3. And Smart TradeMarkers. Smart TradeMarker, Smart Super Renko, Trapped Trader Oscillator, and Smart Price Band. So, all right, guys. Thanks for joining me for this video, and we'll see y'all in the next one.